Welcome back, everyone, to episode 32 of the United States series for Power and Revolution, the 2021 edition. So, we were in a war with Belarus for trying to produce or producing nuclear weapons. That war ended. Belarus sustained heavy losses. And I forgot how many military personnel they had. I believe it was in the 100,000 range. So they've been reduced to 15,000. They still have no nuclear weapons, so that's a good thing. And they're a dependency of the Marshall Islands. So, being that's over with, we want to concentrate on terrorist action going on in Libya. So we put 300 agents in Libya. And the primary goal is to dismantle the terrorist groups. And we're going to put our top agent in Libya as well. And we're going to start putting some satellites in the area. So whatever we have to spare, we're going to put there. There's really no reason to have that down there, since there's nothing going on there in the game. Let's see. And we'll take that from there and put it in Libya. So
we have subdued the rebel movement.
So the reason for putting all the satellites there is so we can monitor everything that's going on there. And the more satellites you put there, the larger the range becomes. So back in the US, we started setting up our Hyperloop transportation system. So there's a Hyperloop from Los Angeles going to Las Vegas, and then from Las Vegas to Phoenix, and then from Phoenix we have one going all the way over to Dallas, and then from Dallas to Kansas City. And the next portion of that we're going to do from Kansas City all the way over to Chicago. And then we have one from Buffalo to Toronto. Now, what I really should do is one from New York City to Buffalo. And that will overall increased growth, and it has a number of other benefits. So our unemployment is doing pretty well. Alright, so I'm going to increase research. So we're going to build about 5 of these. Actually, let's go with 10. And that's going to be about 8.5 billion.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization are still operational. Do you want to try to dismantle the operation?
Sure, we could try that.
The situation has stabilized. No incidents for more than 2 months.
Okay, overall growth is almost about 4%. Alright, so that covers a large range. Alright. So let's see what else we need, military-wise. Alright, so let's dismantle about 500 tanks there. And let's see how many modern tanks we can build. Alright, so national production is 177. Let's do 50 each. So that's 150, and let's go with 27.
Our sportsmen are ready. But if I may, a few words of encouragement before the national team's departure would surely galvanize the troops. Do you agree?
Alright, so we have a chance to take out Morocco's leader. We're not going to do that. Alright, so all of our satellites are in place. Okay, so there's nothing there. Move right over here.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Okay, so we have the usual protests for kicking out the illegal immigrants. Okay, so that's being dealt with. And let's start getting some military units in place. But we're strictly going after the terrorist groups. We're not going after the actual military of the country. So to start, let's give the government another 500 million. And that's going to be to help fight off this terrorist group that's there. And the whole purpose of this is we're going to try to right the situation that the US basically created by taking out Muammar Gaddafi. So that act pretty much created a power vacuum within the country. So we're going to attempt to stabilize everything in Libya. Still going to modernize our military.
Incredible! The first prize, can you believe it? All our
Right. Let's deal with this.
Scientific rigor has proved its superiority over doctrinal barbarity. A simulation program based on Mering's models, the application of transactional analysis to ambush situations, a pyrotechnical approach to interpersonal dynamics in combat situations. As you can see, nothing is left to chance, which is why this operation was successful in eradicating the terrorist organization.
Okay, so we got rid of total jihad in Somalia. Now, the conflict I really want to get involved in is Ethiopia and Sudan, but Japan kicks me out and they don't give me enough time to get out. So then they declare war on me. And so I believe this is a bug because I even tried to stay ahead of them by just taking out all of the military in Japan. And for some strange reason, the anti-aircraft missile silo starts firing on Japan, which creates a war. So either way, I can't seem to win with that situation.
Just a week to go.
The situation has gone back to normal. I think we should restore diplomatic relations with this country. Do you want me to ask them if we can make a joint decision to reopen our respective embassies?
So yeah, we'll go ahead and try that. But if they start trying to produce nuclear weapons again, we're just going to go in and topple that government. Alright, so let's do a little bit of reconnaissance. So I'll send 3 drones through.
We are going to attack this country.
Alright, so Egypt is neutral. We're actually pretty friendly with some of the African nations. Alright, so let's get... Let's try a bombardment campaign.
We are going to attack this country.
Alright, so let's try...
We are going to start firing on...
Okay, so that didn't work with the bombardment campaign, so... Let's do it that way. And let's see. Let's go for that one. So, as much control as they have over Libya, we may have to put ground troops in.
We are going to violate this country's airspace. Do you confirm your order?
Okay, so we've taken out 827 of their organization.
Il is with pleasure that we welcome these athletes from around the world to compete for new and exciting records. I wish them very good luck in winning the most beautiful medals, and I therefore declare open the Summer Olympic Games.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization are still operational. Do you want to try to dismantle the operation?
We could give that a try. And let's see. So let's bring our nuclear submarine there. So they have a lot of camps.
We are going to violate this.
There. Go there.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization are still operational. Do you want to try to dismantle the operation?
We'll try that.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky.
So it looks like the Libyan government is upset with us for taking out their enemies. So this may start to get a little more complex than I anticipated. So let me try doing this now. Let's go here and I'm gonna recall. All right, and let's try to dismantle. Let's see how successful this is. Besides, in this game, Japan was a little too flaky for me with all the money I gave them for, this disaster here. So let's try bombardment again.
We are going to violate this.
So our approval rating is down to 45%.
We are going to violate.
Alright, so bombardment actually works. So let's try that again.
We are going to violate.
Right, so it looks like we may be going to war with Libya. So the irony is we're pretty much making the situation worse, but that's seems to be typical US policy anyway. So how many? All right, so we took out about 3,600 of the terrorist groups.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation. A sort of Bulgarian opening, if you'll allow me the analogy, that according to my calculations would produce a two-figure dynamic impact, superior in absolute index to the harmful potential.
We're going to refuse that. You have enough to deal with right now.
We are going to violate this.
Our agent number one.
Alright, so let's go to media. Alright, so let's start building up the 5G. Alright, so we took out Brazil's leader. I wasn't really paying attention. Shouldn't have really done that, but it is what it is. So are we completely out of Japan? And we are. So let's go with building a let's see. So let's build a naval base. Let's see. Let's build it here.
This day will go down in history.
Alright, so do we have that agreement with Indonesia also? Actually, we don't. So New Zealand, we're going to build a land base. We're going to build that pretty far away.
Our last soldiers have handed over to local forces and are on their way back. All our bases have been abandoned. This historic day marks the end of our military presence in this country. There you go. From our side, our only concern now is that our diplomatic and economic relations will be fruitful in the future.
Alright, so that's done and over with. So now we can kind of do what we want to do. And so we lost the bases there, but we have other bases that we're going to build. So we're still going to remain in the region. Right, so alright, and who is that? Oh, that's Russia's nuclear submarine.
We are going to violate the
Alright, so let's take a look at how many. Okay, so we have to deal with the Orion space program. So let's increase the budget by 3 billion, and we're going to change the launch date. Alright, so that seems to have worked. We pushed it back by a year. Alright, so that's been dealt with. Okay, we just took care of that. Alright, so we have one more. So now let's go to our networks, and We're going to take about 50 agents from there, and we're going to put them in Libya. Sorry, Japan, that's your problem now. And we're gonna refuse. France. So let's start a foreign exchange program with Spain. Alright, what about the Czech Republic? Nope. Alright, so do we have one with the... Okay, we have one with them already. About Norway. Yep, we have one with them. So let's try Sweden. Yep. That's gonna work, and then Finland.
Undeniably, you have inside you the founding values of society.
Alright, so they all accepted.
Disability completely fades before the performance of these athletes that we welcome here today. Each and every one of them wants to achieve something above all else, to beat the most incredible records imaginable. Let us cheer them as they pay tribute to the values of the Olympic spirit. I declare open the Paralympic Summer Games.
Our national company is a hit. The originality of its work, which we've always supported, is like a symbol of our bold cultural orientation.
Alright, so I think I'm going to end this episode. We should be, let me see something. Alright, so we should be going into campaign mode pretty soon. So I believe it's starting September 1st is probably when that'll start. So I won't be able to pass any policies whatsoever. It'll just be a campaign promise. So we'll see what happens with that. And again, after the 2024 election, that'll be, once the results come in, that'll be the end of this series. So in the meantime, I will see you soon. Thank you for the support. Please click the like if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't also, and take care.